Okay, hello Yoga Lattes House family again. This is Tori, and I'm going to guide us in a bit of a flow based on twists. So you can do this video, I would recommend after doing one of our other videos to warm up a little bit the body. For example, the sun salutations, or even one of Karina's Pilates classes as well would work well. And this video is good for pretty much anyone. If you are pregnant, it's best to avoid it just because we don't want to be doing twists where we're putting pressure on the abdomen area. So that would be the only exception of who we wouldn't want to be doing these videos. You can always try to adapt a little bit and do the poses without the twists. But yes, I would recommend that you skip this video and do another one. Okay, so let's get started. This video is perfect for as well if you're feeling like you need a little bit of a reset, if you're feeling a little bit slow or sluggish. Twists are very good for energizing the body and the mind. They bring a lot of vitality, and they really help us. Usually the word associated is detox. I think that detox can sometimes have a negative connotation. So it's not so much about detoxing or ridding in a way that feels harmful for the body. It's really just about letting our body do its natural reset and kind of giving it the help that it needs in order to eliminate some of those toxins that maybe we can just accumulate from various things. It can be sometimes from diet, it can be sometimes from even the air that we breathe, or even sometimes it can be even thoughts that we have in our mind. So again, this is just basically to give you more energy in your day and is great to combine with any of the other videos before. Okay, let's get started then. So we'll just start in a seated posture. Again, this theme is twists. So we're going to be going through a little bit of a flow. For now, you can just sit with your legs crossed. Take a breath here in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. And start to already connect with your belly, with your center. Inhale. Let the breath travel up. And exhale. And try to keep this connection with your core the entire time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up and overhead. And exhale, twist, bringing opposite hand to opposite knee. Inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, twist. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale to grow up tall. Exhale to twist. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Two more. Inhale, find space. Exhale, look behind you. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, come onto all fours. Hands come in front of you. Tabletop position. First, we'll just find a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Inhale. Arching through the spine. Exhale to round. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck your toes. Walk your hands a little bit forward. Come into your downward facing dog. Maybe it's not your first one if you've already done some sun salutations.
Just find some breaths here. On your next inhale, walk your feet a little bit forward, so shortening the length of your downward facing dog. Bring your right hand to the center and bring your left hand on the outside of your right leg. Finding a twist, you can bend a little bit through the knees and try to spiral your chest looking towards the right side underneath your right armpit. You can also try to keep the legs straight here. Maybe even bending through your left arm so that you can pull your chest closer towards your thighs. I know this can be intense. One more breath here. And exhale to switch. Left hand comes towards the center of the mat. And bring your right hand to the outside of the left leg and twist. Looking underneath your left shoulder. You can bend through the legs or try to straighten them completely. And maybe bending through the right arm to bring your chest closer towards your thighs. One more breath here. Remember to breathe in and out through your belly. And exhale, come back to center. Finding your downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, come down towards your knees. Let's take some wrist stretches. This time doing our cat-cow with our fingers pointing towards our knees. Inhale. And exhale. Two more, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to the outsides, edges of the mat, and just sway from side to side. Try to have the movement come from your shoulders. Stretching out through the wrists and the shoulders, trying to keep the hips where they are. Beautiful. And then come back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Step your feet together. And on the inhale, bring your right leg up and back behind you. Three-legged downward facing dog. The leg is straight. On the exhale, start to bend through the knee and bring that knee towards the opposite elbow in a twist. Inhale, extend. Two more times. Knee towards the opposite elbow. Inhale, extend. One more, knee towards the opposite elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. And inhale, come up to a high runner's lunge. So the leg is bent. The arms are going to come up and overhead. We're lifted on our back heel. The gaze is forward. Try to relax through the shoulders. Take a deep inhale here, strong legs. On your exhale, hands come down to the heart. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, we'll find our next twist. So the left elbow is going to come on the outside of the right knee. You can step your back foot back a little bit more to create a little bit more space. And from here, see if you can open your chest a little bit more towards the right, bringing your gaze over that right shoulder. For 3. For 2, your elbow is high. And 1. From here, see if you can just with one step, bring your back foot in. And stay in this twisted position, coming now into a twisted chair. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to come into that same position. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. And again, step your left foot back. So this is the same, and connect with your core. It's a lot to stabilize. One more breath here.
We're working on the same side still. Bring your gaze towards your bottom foot, step the back foot in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Beautiful. Hands at the sides. Inhale, let's take a Vinyasa sun salutation. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop. Back to a plank, lower down with or without your knees. Chaturanga or half chaturanga. Inhale to lift. And exhale, push up and back. Feet come together, left leg lifts up. One long line. And bend the knee, exhale. Left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands and find your high runner's lunge. Arms come up, hands come together. Gaze is forward, lifting high on that back knee. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale here. And exhale, twist, bringing your opposite elbow to knee. This time our right elbow is coming on the outside of the left knee. Breathe here for 3. Try to bring that gaze over that left elbow for 2. And 1. Gaze forward and down and see if you can step with one step. The right foot to meet the left. Stay in your twisted chair. Take a breath. Inhale, lift up to your normal chair. And all the way up. Exhale. Coming back into that pose. Chair, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Remember, we're doing the same side, but this time stepping back with the right foot. Connect with your core. One full breath here. Gaze over the shoulder. Now shift your gaze to your front foot. Come back to your twisted chair. Inhale up. And exhale. Amazing. We're going to play now with our side crow. This will be the last poses that we do. And then you can always end with a little meditation if you want to cool down. But we warmed up our wrists and now we've warmed up in twists. So let's try our side crow just to play with it. We're going to come in from our twisted chair. So your knees are pointing towards one direction and your arms are pointing towards the opposite. So I will shift this way so that you can see me a little bit better. You can do it on either side of your mat. But the key is that your legs are perpendicular to your arms. Spreading all 10 fingers away from one another and keeping this nice line of chaturanga arms. So we don't want to bring the elbows out or too much in. Try to keep wrist, elbow, shoulder on one line and keep the elbows bent. So we'll come into it from our chair pose. Inhale, sit down low into your chair. Exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale, twist over towards the right. Left elbow finds outside of your right knee. And from here, instead of sitting in our twisted chair, we're going to sink the hips down low. So you're coming into like a squat. Your heels are lifted. Keep the knees pointing forward. And the hands come down towards the ground. Find a nice base. Separate all 10 fingers. And remember, we're going to bend through the elbows. Make sure you have enough space here. Your left elbow is going to find the outside of your right knee. And your right elbow is going to find the outside of your right hip, that space. So just find that contact of elbows with knee and hip. And slowly start to shift your weight a little bit more forward each time. So I can also place a blanket here to help with the psychological support, my fear of falling. And maybe eventually I can come to a point where I can maybe even lift my feet off the ground, gazing forward still, and trying to lift your feet in line with the knees. You can always try and come out, take a rest. If I'm feeling very comfortable, I can even try to extend the legs. So remember, firm base, elbows come towards the knee and towards the hip. Gaze forward, maybe lift the feet, maybe lift the ankles even towards the line of the knees, and maybe extend your legs. To do this, you have to bring your face down towards the ground. Try to point through the toes and come back. Let's do the other side. Last little challenge. Sink the hip down low, come into your chair pose to standing. Take a deep breath, and let's do the left side. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, twist over towards the left. Right elbow comes on the outside of your left knee. Sink the hips down low. Your heels are going to lift. Bring your hands on the ground. Remember, separating all 10 fingers, wide base. And the knees are pointing forward. Hands are pointing in the opposite direction. We want a perpendicular line. Bending through your elbows. Elbow to knee, elbow to hip. And first, just balance towards your fingertips. Elbows towards your legs a couple times. If you're feeling good, you can shift the weight a little bit more forward and lift through the feet. Remember, you can have a blanket here. Maybe come out of it, take a rest, breathe, and if you want, you can try to extend through the legs. And even if my feet are on the ground, that's great. You will feel it in your arms, even without lifting. To extend through the legs, your head is going to come closer down towards the ground. Try to point through your feet. And come back. We'll take just a couple last wrist stretches. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to continue to play with that pose, feel free to stop the video and continue to play. Otherwise, you can point your wrists towards the top of your mat and just sit back towards your heels a few times. Hands come forward. Sit on your heels, shake it out. One more breath. Again, I recommend maybe you end with a meditation or a stretching video, or you can simply just use this energy to start or continue your day. Thank you for joining me in this reset unwinding video.